Hi guys, welcome back to Gazmado Education's YouTube channel. My name is Yagazie Egware. Today I'm going to be talking to you about making a jump to full-time photography. Okay, so you love photography and you're now ready to say, you know what, I want to go full-time. I want to take this thing seriously. I don't just want to be someone that is passionate about it. I want to take it seriously. Okay, let's think about it. Let's look at what it actually means for you to go into full-time photography. And why am I even saying this to you? I have been a photographer for 10 years. I have been full-time for 8 years. So if anything, at least I have something to tell you about this. Now, it is so beautiful to be a photographer. I think being a photographer is one of the best jobs in the entire world. Of course, I would think so. That's what I've been doing for the past 8 years. But I mean, besides that, it is definitely it. I mean, you get to connect with so many people. You get to experience different people's life. You get to experience life in a beautiful way. You know, someone said that photography is a way to sort of pause the world, the fast-moving world, and start to really be conscious of what is happening in life and what is happening around. And you get to experience so many beautiful cameras and learn how to use them. And you know, you also get to connect more with people, with the environment, depending on what genre that you're doing, you know, and then it gives you opportunity to meet new people, go to different places, and do things that you have never done before. I think it's just beautiful. And this is just like, I didn't even share how deep, how much of an advantage being a photographer has been to me. So let's get straight into going into photography full time. What do you need to consider? The first thing I would say is why. Why do you want to go into photography full time? Like, why are you not okay with doing your normal job and still doing it on the side? It's really important, because until you're able to justify why you're doing what you're doing, right? When the journey gets a bit tough, you will easily move out. So before you even say this is what I want to do, write down what are the 3 reasons why this is important to you. Why do you want to make this jump right now? So once you're able to articulate these reasons, the next thing would now be, how much knowledge do you have in this new area that you are looking to go into? You might have been someone that has a camera, you just take pictures casually, right? Or you just love taking pictures, or you've coincidentally taken a great picture one day and everybody's like, your pictures are good, you're really good at this photography thing, though. I think you should go into it full time. Photographers are making money now. That is a misconception, right? But we're not going to be talking about that today. Okay, so the question is, do you have enough knowledge? Going into photography full-time is a serious business. Just like every other thing that you want to do in life full-time is a serious business. So the fact that it looks like, you can just hold a camera and just get going, it's not as easy as that. There is a whole lot of knowledge that you need to gain. So if you make the decision now that you want to go full-time, the first thing is, how much knowledge, what knowledge do you currently have? What knowledge do you need to gain, right? I would say one of the most important knowledge that is important is understanding the technical know-how of how a camera works, right? How to create great images, not just pressing the shutter and using auto mode and just, taking nice picture once in a while. I'm talking about understanding the camera so much that you start to create images. You see things in your head, you're able to create them. It's not a happenstance. It's not something, today I was lucky. You don't get lucky being a professional photographer, because you are the artist. The camera and all of the equipments, they are just tools. But for it to be a tool that is useful for you, you need to know exactly how it works. So understanding, going from the beginning, like background level, how does the camera work, lighting, exposure, all of those things, composition, getting a good knowledge about that, right? So once you have gotten to that stage where you have an understanding, I would even say go for knowledge before you buy your first camera. Don't go out, if you have another camera, or before you buy any more gear, right? After that, you can now justify, okay, now what gear do I need to get, based on, what I have learned or the areas that I want to focus on, right? So you purchase your gear based on need and based on functionality, not just based on what seems to be nice, what is beautiful. We're going to do another video specific to how to get, your gear and all of those things, right? So the second thing is trying to get the camera. Then the third thing is point of discovering yourself, right? This is that point where you shoot any and everything. At this point, you're just growing, so you need to really practice, because in this process of practicing that, you're going to discover yourself, you're going to discover what you love, you're going to discover the areas you want to focus on and all of those things. The fourth thing is, once you have gone through practicing over time, you would still realize that there are some things that you're naturally drawn to. Now choose an area and see how you can hone your skills in that area. So are you looking at food photography? Are you looking at portrait? Are you looking at children and all of that? What area is within your interest do you want to focus on? Once you figure that out, the next thing is, who is doing well in this area? Right? Who is the best, within, let's say, Nigerian photographers, or who is doing very well in this area, and how can I learn from them? How can I connect with them? How can I, so this is now the time where you start to look out for other photographers that are doing similar to the things that you love and find, and now seeing how can you connect with them to learn from them. I mean, there's so many photographers that do workshops and trainings on different things. This is the time to do that. You can also decide, what, while I am working, right, I am going to be doing like maybe a part-time internship, or I'm going to volunteer to assist some certain photographer, or I'm going to connect with them in one way or the other. I'm going to go for a training and all of that, because when you're able to do that, you can gain a practical knowledge as to, because it's one thing you have these grand ideas about how things are, right? But when you learn from someone that is doing it on a day-to-day basis, there are some new things you're going to learn and you're going to get to know about that you probably would not have known, that would even help to shape or inform your knowledge going forward. The last thing I would say is have a plan, right? Don't leave your job immediately, please. If you don't want to go broke and start running back, please don't leave your job immediately. Forget about what people say. Photographers, no, wrong thing. I mean, when I started photography, one of the first things I wish I did was, I wish I had somewhere I was working for some time before jumping into the ocean, clueless and suffering for a long time, right? So don't leave your job, but just have a plan, right? So this is what you want to do, right? If you're working somewhere, you're saying, you know what, within the next 1 year, within the next 2 years, I want to go into this thing full time. So you set that plan right, and you now say, okay, what are the step by step things that I need to do from now to that time? How much money do I need to save, right? Because gear is expensive. So have a plan on how much you're going to save within this 2-year period, if it's 2 years or 1 year period, because photography is expensive, right? If nobody has told you, if I'm sure you already know, right? And the gear and technology is advancing so fast, right? And it's important that when you're starting, of course, you're not going to be starting from 2002 or 2010, you're starting from the newest technology, or at least close to new. So photography is expensive. Every single thing is expensive. So it's important to have that plan and save up towards, because when you go into full time, you have to get your own camera, you have to get backups, you have to get, all of those things, right? And so once you have that saving plan, at least you have some substantial amount of money that you're going to use to invest into purchasing your gear and purchasing everything that you need. And you also have that sort of backup funds that allows you, during the time you're going to be actively building your portfolio and marketing and, reaching out to more people to now, start doing this full time. the thing is, if you don't make a plan, if you don't project effectively, and you don't have enough funds, back up, to be able to go into anything full time, it would be easy to give up, because again, it's not going to be an easy journey. It's full of challenges, and that's why, in the beginning we talked about why, right? Because it's full of hurdles along the way, but you need to prepare yourself with buffers, right? Things that will sort of, cushion the effect of, going into something from paid employment to now being your own boss and all of those. I mean, there's so many reasons, but I'm sure with these 5 reasons I have given you today, you're going to be better informed in being able to make this decision. Thank you guys so much for watching. And if you haven't subscribed, what are you still waiting for? What are you still waiting for? Just click the button below and make sure you subscribe so that you can have more and more videos like this. Definitely put in the comment section any other kind of videos that you want me to do, any information, any knowledge that you want me to share about. Definitely put it and contribute towards making this a great and inspiring and empowering community. I can't wait to see you in the next video. Bye for now.